Let's go through the other system settings we have. Let's start with server. Server status. Here you'll find basic information about the server, including the version of web port, the number of connected users, tag information, and the ability to view the latest internal threads for troubleshooting. It's also possible to restart web port from here. License information. Detailed information, such as computer ID and version numbers for all drivers. General settings, where you can customize the login page. SSL certificate. It's highly recommended to set up an SSL certificate if you're going to have web port open to the internet. Authentication settings. If you're working with a single system for development, I recommend increasing the automatic logout time from the default low value to something higher, so that you don't get logged out as soon as you leave your computer. However, remember to reset it when you make a real installation. LDAP settings. Settings if you have access to Active Directory, which you set up here. Add-ons. Activation of collections. Schedules. Activation of time schedules. Email and SM settings we have looked at earlier. Database settings. The settings most likely to change are probably alarm history and trend history. -1 is infinite history. If you have this installed on a PLC, for example, it may be relevant to set some form of limitation. Theme settings. If you have our OEM add-on to your license, you can customize web port login page more, and change color themes in web port, and change the logotype. Trend. Global settings for trends. Again, trend support is not activated by default, so it needs to be enabled if wanted. Let's look at our activity logs. Debug log. Here is where additional debug information will appear if you enable debug mode, for example, on a EO device. System log. For major system events, such as login, starting, and stopping of web port. Error log. Logs error messages. Send log. Here you see a log of email and SMS being sent from web port. User log. Log of all actions performed by different users, such as changing set points. Comments. Log of all comments entered in web port. Web port also supports scripting with 4 different main types. Call scripts. Scripts that are manually invoked. Looped scripts. Scripts that run at specific intervals. Trigger scripts. Activated when a tag receives a certain value. Schedule scripts. Scripts for time schedules. The scripts are written in JavaScript, but can also call functions from the entire .NET library. For more details on how scripting works and everything else, you can find more information on our support page and manuals. Go to Kiona.com, select Support, and then Web Port. Here you can click your way through to different topics and articles, or simply ask a question in our search file. For example, how do I activate trend? And we get a well-explained answer how to do it. If this doesn't help, send us an email to support.webport@kiona.com. Thank you.